Revolver Oscillator, and this is going to be my Payback 2015 review. A pay-per-view that I didn't particularly think would be very good, as I said in my predictions. You know, I just didn't think there was enough to it to make it feel like a good pay-per-view. But overall, it was quite good. I enjoyed the entire show. I think there were some good matches. There was one big standout to me, which I think is basically obvious going off my predictions. I think I was pretty right with my predictions. I think I was like 6-3 on my predictions. So let's just get started with the pre-show. We get a match that wasn't scheduled. R-Truth versus Stardust. I predicted this off camera. I predicted R-Truth, and R-Truth got the win in a pretty, you know, it was just TV quality match. I gave it 2 stars. Nothing too special. I don't think any guy, you know, none of them did anything great. I'm surprised R-Truth is getting booked over people like Stardust. Stardust really does need to drop the gimmick, and he needs to go back to being Cody Rhodes, the guy who I do love. I really like Cody Rhodes. So 2 stars. It was TV quality, to be honest. It's something you'd see on Raw or SmackDown. After looking at this pay-per-view, I have no worries that NXT Unstoppable on Wednesday night is gonna absolutely knock this out of the park. I'm just gonna promote it: Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks, the triple threat match between Finn Balor, Tyler Breeze, and Hideo Itami. Those matches are going to be absolutely awesome. I can't wait for NXT Unstoppable. I'm not going to do a predictions or a review. Well, it depends how I feel. I do have to also do a pickups video, which I might actually do later on tonight. So a video might get uploaded probably like an hour or 2 after this. So check for that. But I'm off topic here. Payback. So the second match from the pre-show was the one that we knew was on it. It was the Mega Powers versus, it was the Mega Powers, which was Curtis Axel, Axelmania, and Damien Sandow, Macho Mandow, taking on the Ascension, who are basically the Road Warriors. But the Road Warriors are my favourite tag team of all time. They're not the Road Warriors. This match was very, it was not very good. I gave it 1 star. It lasted like 2.5 minutes. It was just pretty rubbish. Right? 1 star. The Ascension pick up the win, which means I was wrong. I have no idea why the Ascension got the win here. You've buried them over these months, and it just seemed like Axel and Sandow are getting that push now, and they weren't. They both lost, and I'm very annoyed at that. But the Ascension win, and that puts my predictions at 1-1. The show finally starts, and we get a great opening match. Sheamus, just like he did at last year's Payback with the great match against Cesaro, this year with Dolph Ziggler has a fantastic opening match. I really enjoyed it. They had told a great story. It ended early due to Dolph badly cutting his head open when he headbutted Sheamus, basically proving that you shouldn't headbutt Sheamus because Daniel Bryan did it a few months ago. And, you know, now Dolph Ziggler's done it and they've both been cut open. Sheamus must have a very hard head. It's probably just the mohawk sticking into Bryan and Ziggler's heads. Very entertaining matchup, good back and forth, but in the end, Sheamus wins with a bro kick to a not even standing up Ziggler. He sold the match very, very well. I love Dolph Ziggler in this matchup. Sheamus wins after actually kissing Dolph Ziggler's ass a little bit into the matchup. But in the end, I guess Dolph Ziggler does sort of get his revenge, even though Sheamus wins the match. It is 1 apiece in the rivalry. I'm sure it'll probably go into Money in the Bank. Well, they'll probably be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Don't be surprised if one of them is actually, you know, Sheamus could possibly be a contender to win the Money in the Bank, I think, this year, with like Dean Ambrose, and I think Rusev's one of my picks, Wade Barrett, you know, those sort of guys. But overall, it was a very good match. I gave it 3.5 stars. It was a great way to open the show. And after that, we had just a match that I knew was going to be great, and it was very good. It was the WWE Tag Team Titles 2 out of 3 Falls match. And I do need to say something. Elimination Chamber, we will be having 2 Elimination Chamber matches. Elimination Chamber is two weeks away, which is slightly annoying because that means in a 4-week span we are basically having 3 pay-per-views: Payback, Elimination Chamber, and then we're having Money in the Bank. Elimination Chamber will feature 2 of the Chamber matches, 1 for the vacant IC title and 1 for the WWE Tag Team titles, which I'm very interested in because I've never done that before. Are they going to have teams in each pod, or is it going to be like 3 teams. I think that would be the best way to do it. Have 3 teams. Have it be an elimination match where you've got to eliminate both members of the team to go through. I think that's a smart idea. I would enjoy that instead of just having 4 teams. I think 6 teams, because you've got to start with 2, then you have 2 in each pod. Definitely go with the 3 teams. I'm quite looking forward to that. Alright, so the New Day and Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, who I've basically nicknamed them, they put on a very good match. It was better than the one at Extreme Rules. The first fall, again, was very quick, and it was just, the spinning Cesaro swing into the drop kick. Alright, we expected it. The second fall didn't really hit its stride, which was a little bit disappointing. The last fall had a lot to it, and it was a very smart finish, I thought, actually, with Xavier Woods actually taking the place of Kofi Kingston, showing that, A, the referee's purely blind, because there's a difference in Woods and Kofi, and B, I think it's actually pretty smart booking. I kind of like the idea, because this puts the New Day over as this pretty impressive tag team who pull through all odds to win the match, and I was impressed. The overall match I gave 3 3/4 stars, and with the New Day retaining, that put me at 2-all in my predictions, because my prediction for the previous match, was Dolph Ziggler, and obviously he lost. One of the shocking things of the night was that this match was actually the 3rd match on the full card, and that was Ryback and Bray Wyatt. I thought this was maybe, one of the marquee matches of the card, and it comes on right here, 3rd match. For a 9-match card, I shouldn't be too surprised. Ryback and Bray Wyatt put on a pretty physical matchup. There was a lot of good back and forth. I kind of enjoyed it, and it was a lot better than I thought it would be. And they excited me. I think they did a good job with the time they had. And overall, I gave them 2 3/4 stars. I don't think it's one of Ryback's better pay-per-view single matches. And Bray Wyatt wins with the Sister Abigail after throwing Ryback rib first into a exposed turnbuckle. Plus my predictions at 3-2. I thought that one was a bit obvious, to be honest. Next up, we have the talking point and the main bit of controversy for the show. The I Quit match for the United States title as John Cena takes on Rusev. I predicted Cena, and of course I was right. However, the match went down a lot better than I thought. It was very slow from the beginning, and it didn't really pick up its stride until both men started bringing in weapons, and really till Cena hit an AA on Rusev on the steps. Very impressive. The barricade got broke again, but I've kind of seen that a lot now, and it's just, it's kind of broke the whole idea. The barricade is supposed to be like this big thing, which like, I broke the barricade, and now it's just like, he's going to break the barricade. He breaks the barricade, and the fact that Cena says, if you don't say I quit, I'm going to break the barricade. You just say like, yeah, because he's going to say I quit now, and it's a very cool, weird finish. Oh, the AA to the pyrotechnics was really cool. I did like Rusev. Rusev took a lot in this matchup. He took more than Cena, if I'm honest. Cena didn't take many big bumps. I don't think there was a table spot at all, was there? No, there wasn't. Wait, was there? No, there was a guardrail. No, there was a table spot. Oh, he Alabama slammed him through a table. Rusev Alabama slammed John Cena through a table, and then he gave him a suplex onto a steel rail, which bent it, which looked really cool. I'll give it that. And but overall, I gave the match 3 1/4 stars. I thought it was just as good as the one at WrestleMania, and it surprised me that it was that good. I still don't think it was as good as the one at Fastlane, but it was miles better than the one at Extreme Rules, which was just tedious. It was quite long, and the finish, to me, with Lana basically saying that Rusev quits, I don't know what to make of that. We'll find out on Raw tonight. I don't know. I hope there isn't another Cena Rusev. I hope that's it. It's done, and we can take the belt off Cena. We can give it to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn needs to come up to this roster. Well, no, give it to Neville. Give it to Neville, or give it to Finn Balor, who could come up, because I don't think he's going to win the Triple Threat at Unstoppable. I'm going to have to do predictions for Elimination Chamber, aren't I? Alright, okay, next match was the Bellas versus Tamina and Naomi, and again I predicted a match right, and this put me at like 5-2, and I've never got like 3 matches in a row, I don't think, ever, so I was pretty happy about The Bellas and... I'm just checking the time. The Bellas and Naomi and Tamina put on a pretty... it wasn't great. Which ended with... how the hell did it end? How did it end? Rear view. Naomi pinned someone. That's all I can remember. But yeah, it wasn't great, and I gave it 3¼ stars. No, I didn't give it 3¼ stars. What am I saying? I gave it 3/4 stars. It was. It's not watchable. It's not great. Tamina is probably the best of those 4 workers, and she didn't do much really. Match. What is this? I don't know. 7, something like that. 3, 2, 6 on the main card. Barrett versus Neville. King Barrett versus Neville. King of the Ring, King Barrett. And this was again, I've got to check the time. This was not as good as the one he had at Extreme Rules, and it wasn't as good as the one they had at the King of the Ring. That was a great match. I really enjoyed that. But it was still okay. It was serviceable, and my prediction was finally wrong. And I predicted Barrett because I thought he'd just won King of the Ring. It makes sense. But Adrian Neville wins by count out, which makes Barrett look good in some way. I can't work out how, but it does. I gave it 3 stars though. It was good. It was good. It just wasn't as good as the other matches they've had, and I'm kind of sick of watching them now because they're kind of doing the same thing, and I don't like seeing the same thing. I want to see like Neville and Ziggler do some more. Like they had one match and it was really damn good, but I want to see more of that. I want to see maybe a bit of Neville versus someone like Cesaro, Neville versus Seth Rollins again, because that was one of the best TV matches of the year, and Neville and Rollins were awesome in that match. But overall, that match gave 3 stars, King Barrett and Neville. Barrett wins with... oh no, sorry. Neville wins by count out. Barrett comes back in to get him. Neville hits him with a red arrow. Neville is on top at the moment. So the Battle of Britain is 2-1 to Neville. Right, the main event, the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose and Randy Orton. And if Seth Rollins didn't retain, then Kane would be fired as Director of the Operations. My main problem with the match is that Kane showed too early that he was working for Rollins. It was basically about 5 minutes in, and Kane just went, alright, and just helped Rollins. And I was just like, come on, it's supposed to be a tensious thing where you're supposed to build it up, and it really didn't do anything for me. But overall, the match was really good. It's one of the best Fatal 4-Ways I've seen in a while. As far as a main event goes, it's really good. Every man got their spots. Orton got to hit some RKOs on J&J. Ambrose had a close moment where I thought he was going to win the title. But my man... well, wait, not my man. I need to talk about this. The Shield reunion tease, that was... I marked out like that, where they triple powerbombed Orton through the table and they were together and they were all like... And Rollins is like putting his arm out and Ambrose and Reigns are looking at him like... Nah. And then they triple powerbomb Kane onto Rollins through the announce table. They actually did it twice. And it was a really insane match. And the bit where Ambrose and Reigns were going, I thought that was actually going to be the end. I thought it was going to be Reigns versus Ambrose and we're going to have a new champ. But I was so happy because it was like, oh, he hit a spear. And it's like, Rollins breaks the pin. Rollins is my favourite, we all know that. Seth Rollins, guys. And it's actually a long one. It's custom. It's a long one. But seriously, it was a great match. Rollins in the end, after Orton hits an RKO on Kane, Rollins hits a pedigree, which was a bad pedigree, to be honest. Hits a pedigree on Randy Orton and pins him. Seth Rollins is still the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, which put my predictions at 6-3. What a great night for predictions, guys. A great match. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. I thought that everyone in it did what they needed to do, and it was just great. 4 stars was by far the match of the night, and one of the matches of the year, probably so far. So my overall grade for Payback. I'm going to up it a bit from what I've put actually on here. I'm going to say 7.5 out of 10. I thought it was a good pay-per-view. It was better than Extreme Rules because the main event was better. And the best match on Extreme Rules to me, honestly, now I'm looking back on it, it wasn't the street fight, it was the last man standing. And I think this Fatal 4-Way match upped the ante on that. It was a little bit better. And I really did enjoy this pay-per-view, mainly for that main event. The main event definitely does sell it. I think you should watch it for the main event because it's the first time that those 3 men, Rollins, Ambrose and Reigns, I've actually ever, I think, been in a competitive match like that. So that's an incredible thing. But overall, 7.5. I thought it's a good pay-per-view. And this has been my Payback 2015 predictions. And like, comment, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. This has been Revolver Ocelot. Well, actually, Revolver Rollins. Revolver Rossins. Nah. Seth Rollins. Revolver Ocelot. Thanks, guys.